Ben Aris, let's talk about Norway's relations with Russia. You're an old Russia hand. BNE News focuses on Russia, the former Soviet Union, Central and Eastern Europe and Central Asia. You think about geopolitics a lot. There could be some benefits to Norway from doing this, right? If only to undermine the leverage that the Kremlin has over Western Europe as we go into autumn and winter.
Absolutely. I mean, for Norway and Finland both, I mean, the bulk of their foreign policy attention is on Russia as this enormous country that sits right next to them and also has become belligerent to the point where Finland and Sweden have decided to join NATO and give up their neutrality because of what's happened in Ukraine. But from the gas business, I mean, this is all a business. And what we're talking about here is market share is the key with the energy business, because if you have hydrocarbons, then you want to dig them out of the ground and transport them to a customer. And that's incredibly expensive. And so the key to this business is getting market share and locking people in with long-term contracts. And then you keep it forever. And the game here is that effectively Putin has given up his European franchise for the gas business. It's quite clear that Russia's going to be pushed out. And that's an enormous chunk of business. So Russia exports something like 155 billion cubic meters, whereas Norway exports something like 120 billion cubic meters. And so suddenly this giant market share is up for grabs, and Norway is in a position to step in and grab some of it. Having said that, this discussion, the amount of gas that's free for Norway to export is limited. It's increased production this year by 8%, which is an enormous feat in order to help its European friends. But at all said and done, there's no way that Norway can replace Russian gas. And that's the problem that Europe is facing, is that if Russians turn off the gas over the winter, there's no way of getting any more, or at least enough. You can import some through LNG, liquid natural gas by ship, but that only accounts for 15% of Europe's consumption. So Norway can do its part, but it's only going to be part of the solution. We've got to find better solutions. And really, that means doing some sort of deal with Russia to continue the gas for another year or two while we find longer term solutions through renewables or whatever it would be.